Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Jin here, and on this video we're going to be doing a IBU guide. That's right, it's Icebound Underworld. It's not Icebound Underwear. It's not Ice Brand Underworld. Okay, I can just goofing off right there. Anyways, what we're going to do is I've got this list of notes here set up, and so it's going to be like every boss. It's just going to be like a quick snippet of what you would say, like the scripted squad right here. It's going to be like what you can just copy and paste into the dungeon while you're doing it if you're training people. But we'll go through the quick general information right now. So each player will need to have the Relic of Wonder artifact. That you can get that at that NPC. It is timed at 16 minutes, which is 999 seconds. Most bosses have anti-APS, but there are some that you can APS. Just keep a lookout for that. And be also wary that there is one boss that where if you APS it and you get cursed, that means your fast APS is healing it faster. There's 19 bosses total. And after the 19th boss will keep respawning. That's the only way to get the gold mat. So you can kill that 19th boss as many times as you can, but it just keeps getting harder and harder. So look out. Like most squads I'm in, you get maybe 2 to 4 for the gold mats. Okay, and then do not click return to town. Wait for a res, because this long run is going to take up a lot of time. So it's always good to have like 2 clerics and a mystic. You want your BM, Veno, Seeker, and I would always suggest a Barb, because a Barb needs to tank some of these bosses. And for the Barbs, if you're gonna tank them, make sure you glyph your Flesh Ream and your Devourer, and then also have your Violent Triumph and Blood Rush glyphed to max damage, because trying to keep aggro from some of these high hitters is close to impossible. So you would click this NPC to get this Relic of Wonder artifact. You can stack them, so that's why I always pick them up daily, even if I'm not doing that IBU that day. And keep in mind that the damage is capped at 1 million, and so you cannot just like instantly one kill each one of these on this NPC out there. And after you kill the last boss, you get a chance to get the reward of Icebound Underworld. So even if like you DC or whatever, you'll get that chance. You can leave Icebound Underworld also. And here's another thing: if you can't get this to close, just press the escape key. We're gonna go down this hallway. It's a pretty simple cave. It's only got like a hallway, this upper part right here, and then a arena down there. So you can't get lost in here. And let's see. And will show you how many of these green mats or gold mats you receive. That's your timer. And right next to it's going to show you how many, which boss count that you are on. And the only person that can start this cave is the squad leader. I try to be underneath this right here, the dot or the point in the very center, because that's where the boss will spawn. Of course, if you're a ranged player, it doesn't really matter as long as you're within that range. But okay, I'll just show you 2 different versions, one with my Dustblade, one with my Barb. The Dustblade will have all the information on it, and the Barb one will speed it up, so you guys don't have to grudgingly go through it all. I'll narrate all of it and stuff. So if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, leave them in the comment section, and we'll get right to it. Alright, so the first 3 bosses go really fast. If you are a Barb and you've got the red glyphed cornered beast, go ahead and hit that and get your immunes going. For everybody else, you want immune on like the third boss. Otherwise, you will die when you have a chance to. This one does AOE Purges. They got killed pretty fast, so no one got purged. This one you want to avoid the circles. But again, he's gonna die so fast, we're not even gonna see his circles. We got one death. And this is the one, this one's purgeable. It's got a 10-second bomb, and you can use any of the immune pots or skills. Do I die on this one? No, sometimes it takes afterwards. So this one, it's to stay out of the circles unless you're doing the math. So you see on the top where it says the player's times blah 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 needs to equal 14. You have to do all the math, but I mean you kill them so fast. But you might not have a fast squad like this. God, I didn't see the notes on that one. This is going so fast. Okay, so this one's important. This one you're gonna have to kill the two bosses or mini bosses at the same time. One's immune to physical damage, one's immune to magical damage. So you have to mouse over. So you look, I'm selecting the target, and should be putting the mouse over the debuff or the buffs. And also, if you got that blue seal underneath, you want to stay away from the squad. Otherwise, it'll infect others in there. There you go. So this is the immune to elemental. So that's the one I want to kill since I'm a physical class. Now this guy is ready to be taken down. Come on. I've got seals under me. It does, like, it takes away your weapon, and what's the other one? It freezes you too. So it does 3 different things. Alright, this one's APSable, and some of these other ones are too. And if you're cursed, do not attack the boss, otherwise you're just healing it. So you'll see, I don't know, you'll see if he'll get healed. Hopefully everybody knows what they're doing here. And looks like this one's going down pretty fast. You can see that little curse thing that goes on top of you. Oh, and also those ice crystals that form around you. You can also kill those if you do AoEs too. Alright, so this one, you have to be within 8 meters to attack it. So all the people who like to sit in the background, you gotta move it up. Okay, so this one, as a Barb, you want to tank this one. And if you have the eye debuff, you stay away from the boss, or it heals the boss, right? And you also want to stay away from that red, consider it a cone or wave or whatever. So if whoever has the eye, which nobody currently does, a Barb would actually want to tank this one, keep it away from everybody. Logan's got aggro. And see the person on the bottom right, they had the eye on them, so they moved away from the boss. We're looking good. Boom. Alright, this is the 10th boss. He's purgeable. Each player's death will heal it. So, and I put it on the Cleric AOE. This one is doing, this Cleric is doing AOE, so I think that is the right thing you're supposed to do. The AOE heals, I mean. Let me know if you guys have any luck with them doing red bubbles and stuff, but no one died, so that boss did not heal. This boss is purgeable. Barb definitely wants to tank this one, and then mobs will drain your chi. So the 3 little mobs you see in the background, little goblin looking guys, they will drain your chi. So we're whittling him down. There you go. So I mean, Barb is supposed to tank him, but I guess we're just OP enough to where we don't have to. This one's purgeable, and then you want to, this little flower that pops up to the right, you can't really see it in this one, but you want to dig the flower, right, and then it turns into that lightning thing, and then you bring the boss to it and you can kill it. And not too difficult, but I guess if you didn't know the mechanic, would have a hard time. Alright, and this one, he puts a curse on you, and if it stacks up to 5, you die. And you see on the far left, top left corner, there's a little red curse that pops up on me. There you go. The cleric's doing a great job of purifying. Also, you can triple spark or immune to get rid of it also. It says your name when you are cursed. I keep getting cursed. There we go. On the 14th, the red circles under the players must be purified or they will die, and it'll kill others along with it too. So this is where clerics shine. See what happens if you miss it, and it's easy to miss who has it, whatever. I think in the chat it shows you who has the curse. I didn't pay attention to that. Alright, so we're all waiting to rest. I think we all had the AOE res buff before. It's also good to have 2 clerics to watches, because if the cleric dies once and then has to go back to town, it's a long, it's a long trip back, and so you're not gonna have any cleric support until they get back. And this one's purgeable. Each player's death will heal the boss by 18%, and the boss will QPQ. That's quid pro quo. That means it's gonna do what the seekers do, which is throw any debuffs that he has on him onto the player. Whenever someone dies, did I say this is the one that it heals? I think so. Here we go, we get dragons. This one, he's purgeable. Barb has to tank him. Damage needs to be within 8 meters, and anytime a hound is up, like you can see, the 3 on the left side are all sleeping, but the 2 on the right are up. So you want to kill those guys as fast as you can, because they help the boss. And that was pretty new on this one. So look, I've got aggro currently, and to stay away from the dragon's front because they will do a lot of damage to non-barbs. A barb, if you, oh, here's a quick tip for the barbs. If you are in here and you want to tank it, you want to glyph your Flesh Ream and Devourer, and you want to glyph it to whatever your type of build is would get the maximum damage, because you'll have to stay in tiger form and tank. This is when you actually, like, you need a barb that has good damage and knows how to use its class. And here I am being an idiot going to the front of the dragon. Yep, and that's the end result right there. If I would have seen the debuff or whatever in time and immune, I could have survived it, but as a DD, you want to stay either behind it or you get better learn how to dodge. Yeah, and when I first was doing this, I thought you had to kill all the dogs first, but you don't. You can, like I've seen where you only killed 1 or 2 dogs and kill the dragon fast, so focus on the dragon. And there we go, another death. Luckily I had res balls. Yeah, the green balls. Not the blue balls, the green balls. Alright, you use constant AoE for this one, like Barrage, and I think, oh, Vortex for sure, but I don't know if Barrage will untarget, but this boss becomes untargetable. And so if your AoEs keep, it's going right now, when he becomes untargetable, like right now I can't target him, there you go. The AoE will still keep attacking. So with this boss, you avoid the circles and Cone of Death, but you can actually nuke him pretty fast too. You see these circles right here? There's 4 of them. You can't see the 4th one, but if you stay in the yellow, the blue won't expand anymore. But the more it expands, the more it does damage, right? And so when all the circles are encapsulating everybody's taking a lot of damage. And in mechanics, yeah, you want to sit into the yellow, 1 person for each yellow, and you can attack from there. Basically, your ranged players. But I found later on in squads it's just better just to nuke, just concentrate on nuking. See how the circles keep getting bigger, and they're almost to where all the players are. And once they get there, a lot of people get a lot of damage. Blah blah blah. You just kill them as fast as you can. The problem is all those other mobs that you see there, they spawned from the 17th boss, and they keep respawning, or they keep staying alive. Okay, so here we go. For this boss, he's purgeable. Barb has to tank. Barb can use Untamed Wrath and Roar to tank dogs, and you want to cancel when he says interrupt. Right there it says Underworld Lord Chenzi casting Oblivion, go interrupt. So the Sin and the Barb both have skills that can interrupt that attack. So make sure it's Alacrity of the Beast, I think it is for Barbs. I don't know what the skill is to interrupt that Sins have. If you know, please put it in the comments. I'm trying not to click there. Return to nearby city. You definitely don't want to do that. Oh yeah, Kayla says use knife to interrupt. Okay, also, the reason why I also say for the Barbs to do Roar and Untamed Wrath, because those dogs right there are immune to damage and they will kill people. And so you want to do the Roar and Untamed Wrath to aggro them. And what I would do is per each different boss, would do Roar on this boss, right? And then once this one dies, the next one comes, then do Untamed Wrath, and that way you can flip back and forth, right? And so to explain again, I don't know if I explained earlier, but for the 19th boss, this one, he keeps respawning and respawning, and every time he does, he like doubles his hit points and defenses and stuff like that. And so if you look on the top right, you get those goldstone mats. That's from this boss only. The green ones you get from all the other bosses and stuff. So you have to get to the 19th boss to get the really good mat, and then you can just keep spawn killing this guy. Not spawn killing, but re-killing him, I guess. Let me say until infinitely. But like I say, he gets stronger and stronger, so it gets harder and harder. A good squad will get at least 1 or 2 on here. A great squad will get 4. I've been in some that got like 6. So you see the timer running out on the top right. We've got about 30 more seconds left, and we will not get this the 3rd gold mat. But alright, if you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, put them in the comments section. And what we'll do is I'll show you how I do this on a Barb. I'll speed it up and stuff like that. And I don't know, do you want me to narrate? I could narrate. I think that's why you guys are watching this anyway, so you can hear my voice, right? Anyways, so when this when the last boss dies or the timer runs out, then the last boss will disappear, whatever boss you're on. You want to go to talk to the NPC here, and you can click for the, no, not leave, I want to do the reward from Underworld. There you go, and I got the rewards in there. And if you accidentally get out of the cave or DC or whatever, you can talk to the NPC at the beginning that you enter in with, and you can still get the rewards. Okay, so this is double the speed, and the boss is 3. This is when I should have immune, or watch. Smack. So a lot of us had I guess if you had what was it, Psychic have the AOE Purge. Maybe the Psychic can do the AOE Purge on that one. Or after. So these bosses are going pretty quick. But remember, this is at 2 times the speed. And Barb is sealed right now. And remember, if you're sealed, you actually want to get away from everybody, like unlike I just did. Alright, this guy's going down pretty fast. I always try to buff in between bosses too. Now remember, these 2 videos that you're seeing here were taken like 3 or 4 months ago. It just takes a really long time for me to get around to editing a video like this, because this has taken me like 4 hours so far to edit. I'm pretty sure it's going to take me another hour to finish. I'm just doing the voiceover right now. Alright, here you go. I'm being a good Barb. I'm tanking. And like I said, it's hard to hold aggro versus some of these damage dealers out here. And so if you are a Barb, you want to glyph your Flesh Ream and Devour for maximum damage. And then of course you want your Violent Triumph and Blood Rush glyphed so you can increase your damage. So the focus is less on staying alive and more on doing enough damage so you can hold aggro, right? And and by the way, for those who are making excuses saying that you have a Vite Barb, you can't do that much damage, that Jinwolfe is a Vite Barb. He's all vitality, only the minimal amount of strength. And because of these glyphs on this 1.6.5 or whatever version we're on right now, that you can glyph for good power as a Vite Barb. It's not going to be as good as a strength, but it's going to be pretty decent. But I did not glyph my, the Devourer, I think, on here. I think only the Flesh Ream, so I'm still having aggro issues, holding aggro. Later on, I get better. But it's just a pain in the butt to swap back and forth, though. On the next update, we should get 3 more glyphs. I don't know if it's the next update, but I'm saying the next expansion, sorry, that we get the 3 more glyphs. Then you can have all your stand-up and tiger skills set right, so you don't have to go back and forth. Alright, we're looking good. Buff up. I can't remember what this one does. Going down pretty fast. Okay, here's me trying to be a good Barb. Tanking the dragon. That's a different story with my Duskblade trying to face the dragon versus the Barb. And basically, I'm not putting any defense skills on, really. I just try and keep it away from everybody and just tank. I have a macro for tanking. If you look at my, I think it's one of my first Barb glyph guides, it'll show you how to do that. I should make an advanced one. Hold aggro. So yeah, if you look to the right of the boss's name, you can see who's got aggro currently. And so I'm always paying attention, making sure that I'm trying to keep it. What they say, trying only counts with hand grenades and horseshoes. Alright, now that's boss number 17. What you could do on boss number 17 is do the Prehistoric Frenzy. And that'll help out with all these extra mobs that come up. And see, now it's hard to target the actual boss here. Number 18 is there. Namina, I think his name is. Alright. Now here's the fun part. It's the race to see how many of these you can finish. But if you look, I forget to do Roar. Because this is one of my first times tanking as a Barb here. But like I said, back and forth, I would go Untamed Wrath on like number 1 of these 19 bosses, the 19th boss, and then go drop down in Tiger form and do Roar on the next one, and then, you know, while you're waiting for the cooldown, go back up for the 3rd one and do Untamed Wrath. Oh God, I can't speak today. Odds and I are trading aggro back and forth, and see how those dogs are attacking other people, and so this is why you should do the aggro skills that Barbs have. And for those who are wondering whether or not is it a good idea to have a Barb in squad, it's always a good idea to have a Barb in squad. Like I said, a good squad can get 2, a great squad can get 4, and a really good squad can get more than 4. But it's not easy. Alright, I hope you liked the video, and go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you can. It's free. It helps the channel. But I mean, hey, I put a lot of hours into this, so the least, I'm not saying the least, let me rephrase it. If you want to help out at all, just click the like or subscribe. And notification if you want. That's number 4. And you see we have less than a minute, but his hit points are outrageous, and I'm pretty sure his defense is up and increased also. We definitely will not be getting number 5 on this one. Oh, see, I did roar in that one. I don't know if those dogs are attacking me though. I can't see. Oh, I think they got Moonstar. My bad, Moon. Alright, there we go. Now let's do final buffs, if I remember. This helps everybody out. And I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them in the comment section. Other than that, oh yeah, I'm showing that you can get your rewards out here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you back in game.
Next level.